Here's your daily dose of fitness, food, and fun. Anjelica's Daily Surprise starts now.
Think that your head is light. You're an airhead. Your head is floating up, and your shoulders
Don't have to try very hard to do that.
Shining forward, that's excellent. I would have never thought that about the armpit, but I'm going to use that. Take
The
a
light
breath.
shines from your armpits. Oh, I love your
And
imagery.
you're back to your neutral position. Thank you.
Pearls, corset, suction.
I know,
great.
it's also beautiful.
Hello there, and welcome to my apartment. I'm on my mat, I'm in my exercise wear, but I'm not working out alone today. Surprise! I'm joined by special guest Helen Kim, who's a Stotts Pilates certified instructor, and she's going to lead me through a spine mobilization series. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Angelica. Yes, Joseph Pilates said, a man is as young as his spine. So even if you're 30 and you've occasionally, young people, you throw out your back and you feel like you're 80, then you feel old. But if you're 60 and you can move like a 30-year-old, well, then you're still young.
Yes, and we tend to get very crouched over as we age, and then your spine just feels like one chunk. So this series is going to help us divide those chunks and become more fluid, and therefore be able to move easier.
Excellently put. That's it exactly.
So let's get started here.
All right. So in mobilizing our spine, we want to be able to stabilize in our core. That just protects us from getting injured and also makes sure that we're engaging the right muscles.
Okay.
So we're just going to come lie down onto the mat.
So far, so good?
Yeah. Be nice and relaxed. So knees are bent, feet are into the mat. And they're about 6-7 inches apart, which puts them in line with our knees and our hips. And I want you to just feel that the back of your head, back your shoulders, your rib cage, your bum, your feet are heavy into the mat. And that lower back area, your lumbar spine, is a little bit lighter. It doesn't have to be arched off. It's just a little bit lighter because that's its natural curve. So this is our neutral position. I want you to feel your feet pressing into the mat and take your palms and press them into the mat just a little bit. Like they're not just lying there, but you have a little bit of pressure into your palms. All right, so we're going to take a breath in. We're in our neutral. And as we exhale, we roll our bum away to go into that imprint and then peel it off. Reach your knees away. Draw your sits bones together, hip bones together. Bring yourself up. And really feel like your bum is trying to reach for the back of your thighs. Your belly button is pulled in, but you're nice and heavy in your rib cage. You're going to take a breath there. And exhale, just melt down. So think each bone comes back down into the mat. You go back through that imprint and back to neutral. And again, inhale and exhale, rolling through that imprint. Knees reach away like you're trying to grow your thighs. You're going to press into your big toes just a little bit to get those inner thighs involved.
Oh, yeah, and it keeps you from rolling onto the outsides of your feet as well.
And also, I want you to think about suctioning your arches, and you'll feel just a little engagement in the back line of your legs. And then take a breath and articulate back down, really thinking like you're laying down a string of pearls. Each bone comes down, and then the next.
Oh, I love your
And
imagery.
you're back to your neutral position. Thank you.
Pearls, corset, suction.
I know,
great.
it's also beautiful. All right, so let's roll into our imprint. We're going to bring our legs up. So one leg comes up to tabletop, so that means about 90 degrees at your hip, 90 degrees at your knee. And then the other leg comes up to tabletop, and you're going to press those legs together. So get a little inner thigh action going on there.
I love tabletop. It's so much harder than it looks, too.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Because
Those
you're
legs
trying to maintain the imprint, right? Okay.
All right. So let's just bring our hands back to our head. You can interlace your fingers there. And then you're going to draw your elbows up to the ceiling and a little bit to the top of your head. You'll feel your shoulder blades just reach down your spine. Now from here, you're going to take a breath in, tuck your chin a little bit, and then exhale. Head rolls off, shoulders roll up, and you're just looking at your thighs. Now inhale here, and as you exhale, draw those bones together and reach the legs away. And inhale to bring them back in. But they don't have to reach far away. Even like 3 inches away is fine. And back in. You still get the benefit of that exercise. So think about using your abdominals to hold the weight of your legs, keeping that strong imprint so your lower back does not strain itself. and back in.
So much of spine health is core strength.
That's right. It's there to support that lower back. And just one more time, we reach away, draw your legs back into tabletop, keep your flexion there, and just draw your hands behind your thighs, and you're just gonna rock yourself up to sitting. And then we're just gonna go into a rotation of the spine. So you can cross your legs to sit up nice and tall. If this is not so comfortable, then you can actually sit on your sofa or your bed or coffee table. But I want you to find that nice ease in your spine, okay? All right, so sitting as tall as you can right on top of those sit bones. Think that your chest is nice and broad. You're gonna reach your arms away. Think that your head is light. You're an airhead. Your head is floating up, and your shoulders are
Don't have to try very
heavy.
hard to do that.
All right, so from there, reaching those fingers away like you're using your arms to broaden your chest, you're just gonna bend one arm, and we're gonna rotate on a 3 count towards that elbow. So take a breath in, be nice and tall, and rotate 1, and 2 further, and 3 furthest, and then come back to center.
Wow.
And think, exhale, 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 back to center. And again, back to center. Think you're like a tornado from your waist going up to your shoulders. Back to center, one more each side. Sitting right on top of those sits bones. Back to center, and then arms can come down. You might feel it a bit in your shoulders, so just give your shoulders a little bit of a shake there. And now we're gonna go into our side flexion. So we're gonna go into our Z-sit, or this is Canada, so Z-sit. One leg is turned out, other leg is turned in. If this is uncomfortable, you can again be in tailor cross, or you can come around and just sit yourself on your sofa. But I would put yourself right in the middle of the sofa, so there's room for your arms to each side.
Okay.
So what I want you to think is you're not slumped down into your sofa, but you're sitting up, nice and tall, again, finding that neutral spine. So let's reach that right hand away. You're just touching. Other arm is gonna reach out to the side. You're gonna take a breath in, and exhale. You take yourself over. If you're on the floor, you can come down to your elbow. Take a big breath in there. Let your rib cage just open up to the ceiling. And exhale, press into the hand, bring yourself up to tall. And then we're just going the other way. Hand touches down, right arm comes up.
Oh, this one's
and
always
over. I know, this is a little bit tighter.
Good morning.
Big breath in, like you're trying to lengthen your waist using your breath. And back up to tall. And again, up and over. Inhale. And exhale, back up. And up and over. Just make sure your gaze is straight ahead so your head is in line with your spine. Inhale there. And exhale, back up to top. This time we're gonna rotate front and back. Up and over. Big breath in there, and exhale. We're gonna rotate so our nose is toward the floor. Take a big breath in. Feel how it opens up between your shoulder blades. And then exhale, come back to that side bend. And one more breath in. And then exhale, you're taking that arm back and you're just looking at that hand. Big breath in, open up your chest. You're in a bit of extension here with rotation. And then exhale, come back to that side bend. One more breath. And then exhale, bring yourself back up to tall. And just going in the other direction, just into the side bend, arm up and over. Inhale and exhale, back up to tall. And then, of course, we got to do the other side. So you're just going to flip your legs. There you go.
Crack, crack.
And then left hand, again, is reaching away. Think it's in line with your hip or that upper thigh.
Okay.
And then right arm is just reaching away. And you're gonna take a breath in and exhale, take yourself over. Breathe in here. Think your ribs are separating from your breath. And exhale, come back up to tall. Hand touches down, other arm comes up and over. Again, just check that your head is in line with your spine there. Big breath in. And exhale, back up to tall. And again, up and over. Feel that rib cage pull away from your waist and your hip pulling in the other direction. So big breath in, feel like your waist is getting just a little bit longer there. And exhale back up to tall. And other direction up and over.
I think the tendency here is to feel the elbow dropping and kind of collapse, but you want to feel that armpit continuously rotating and shining forwards, right?
Shining forward, that's excellent. I would have never thought that about the armpit, but I'm going to use that. Take
The
a
light
breath.
shines from your armpits.
And bring yourself back up. This time we'll add the rotation.
Okay.
So up and over. Breathing in there. And exhale to rotate, nose to the ground. Inhale, open up that back, and then exhale back to the side bend.
I'm anxious to get to that open.
And then take a breath in and exhale to rotate back. So keep your gaze on your hands. Take a breath. Feel how open your chest is. And then exhale back to the side bend. And one more breath in and up. And left arm just comes up and over. One more breath in. And exhale, back up to tall. And we've mobilized our spine.
Yes.
Excellent.
Wow, I feel nice and loose and strong and supported.
Maybe just a little bit taller as well?
Yes, of course, a little bit taller. I'm all set to, I don't know. What do you need good posture for?
Everything.
I'm all set to go to the ball.
That's right.
I feel like I could go to the opera and, you know, hold those binocular things, whatever. You know what? Clearly I'm not comedically sharp at this time. But that's been our spine mobilization series. Thank you so much to Helen Kim for joining us today and taking the time out of your schedule to show us this mat and couch series. Anybody can do it, all right? So there's no excuses. That's been Anjelica's Daily Surprise. See you next time.